Morning guys, how you going? Iski here. It's actually very early in the morning. I thought I'd quickly just rattle off part of a video that I want to make, and it's about this Weber. I found this on Saturday. It's actually got a gas attachment. I've never seen one of these before, but I think I'll be taking that off. You're probably wondering, why the hell would you want to get a Weber for? Well, I kind of would have wondered that myself, apart from the fact when I was a kid, these things were part of, my growing up. This is what we used to use on Christmas Day. We'd do roasts and special occasions. Unfortunately, my mum and dad just recently threw theirs out. But listen, for the last few years, I've seen hundreds of these at the dump. Hundreds of them, I tell you. But I didn't realise at the time, up until just recently, that these have a bit of a cult following. They're just, they're collector's items. This one here is more of just a normal Weber, although you could still sell it for a little bit. You'd get a bit of cash for it. I've been looking on, Marketplace, and people are selling them for a fair bit. But the thing is, you can get all these different ones. You can get all these. They actually have a code on here. Let's have a look. See, this says, I don't know if you can make that out. It says DA. Well, that will tell you the year this was brought out. And this particular Weber was a 2001 model. But if I look deep enough, I can find one the year that I was born. They go back to the 60s. So I think they're really cool. In fact, my mate told me about them, and he's been sending me photos. He's got a Weber collection. It's insane. It's incredible. All these different colours, and he keeps sending me photos of basically food that he does in them, and he's got me sold. I want one now, so I picked this up. And this guy, friend of mine, he does them up. He gets these triangles and he bathes them in this thing over like oil or something. I can't remember what he uses. And over like days, and he brings them back. He makes them look like new. And that's why I'm doing an early morning video, because he's about to pick this up, and I want to just show you what this looks like before and what it looks like after he's gone to town on it. He said it'll take a few days, so I'm looking forward to the end of this week. I'll get this back and I'll actually show you what it looks like after he's messed around with it. But it's actually in pretty decent condition at the moment. I'm quite liking this, so let's have a look. So let's take this lid off for a start. Have a look at the grill. This is bringing back memories, eh? So he is going to take all of this stuff and, make this look really sweet, hopefully. So I'm just going to place this down here and look inside. Yeah, so I told my friend, and my friend actually, he buys them and he sells them. There's people sell them for a lot of money. I'm talking about certain years that came out and certain colours. And I said to him, hey, listen, mate, I'll get you quite a few of these things. So that's my mission. I'm going to find myself a few. I want a few certain colours. I really like the look of a few of the colours that are available. And if I can find those, I'll hold on to them. But I will grab him a lot of them, because he likes doing them up and he likes selling them. And I like anyone that's got a bit of a passion for anything, especially saving old junk. I think that's really special. But just wanted to show you this. It's in pretty decent condition considering it's 20 years old, I guess. But yeah, it's got a, you can see underneath that grill there, it's got a gas burner. Unfortunately, the thing with the gas burners I've found is you can't actually close off that bottom vent. So I think I'll be pulling the gas burner, because it kind of defeats the purpose, because I think it's the charcoal that gives the meat its smoky flavour. And yeah, I can't wait to cook on it. I'm really looking forward to that. A mate of mine, I should say, has been sending a bunch of these beautiful dishes that he's making. So he's got me sold. He's got me sold. Anyway, that's it. I'm just going to call this part of the video over. That's enough. You've seen what it looks like. And see what it looks like when I get it back, hopefully in a few days. Okay, let's take a look. Got it back last night. There you go. It looks brand new. It looks really good. Well, at least from, a couple of meters away. But even up here, now we're about 1 meter away, and that looks amazing. It looks shiny. It looks really nice. He's done such a good job. So I gave this to my mate on Monday, and it is now Sunday morning. He dropped it off last night. So he's had some crucial parts soaking. I think in the last scene that I recorded on Monday, I couldn't remember what he used, but he told me again it was vinegar. So he soaks a lot of this stuff in vinegar, and it comes up shiny and good. But check it out. It looks so nice. And before we get too carried away, I have to let you guys know I destroyed my YouTube camera. I dropped that and my gimbal was totally destroyed. So we are just using my mobile phone, which is basically the same camera, but this is my personal mobile phone, and I'm just using my hand to hold it. Not that my video shooting skills were anything amazing to begin with, but if you notice some a difference, well, that's why. At least we got good audio. That's what matters with videos, apparently. But there you go. What do you think? I love it. So he went to town on this. He said my ash pan was really cool. He said that was in really good condition. He said it's really hard to get good ash pans in such good condition this age. He did give me another triangle, so that's another triangle. It's a lot nicer than what my rusty one was like. It's a lot more chromier. And he said the wheels were he said my wheels were in such good condition. He did something to them, but he said he didn't have to do hardly anything. He said it's very difficult to get these white wall tyres type of wheels in such good condition. So he did replace these clips that are holding this ash pan to the legs. He replaced those. I can't even remember what mine were like. But yeah, you can't really see it in this camera. I'm noticing in the viewfinder it doesn't look as shiny as it does in person. In fact, let me get off this ground. If you have a look, remember on the original one before I cleaned it up, it had these scratches on the lid. Well, they're hardly noticeable anymore. They were really rusty before. They are very, you can't really, I had to go looking for them. I thought he gave me another lid, but this is just him cleaning it up. See, there's some more there. Now, I asked him about these scratches. I said, what makes those scratches? Because I can't work it out. And he said, I have no idea. He's been cleaning these up for years, and he has no idea what makes those marks. So if anyone out there knows, please let me know, and I'll let him know. But yeah, maybe they kind of look like stress, maybe stress. So like an age thing. I don't know. So if anyone knows, please let us know. But they look really cool. Like you can hardly see them now. Before they stuck out like dog balls. But you clean this up. It looks much nicer. The whole thing just looks so much nicer. Okay, so let's pull this off. Sit you down there. Now let's take a look at in fact, let's pull the grill out first. I'll set you down here as well. Now inside, it looks so much cleaner as well. It looks quite shiny compared to what it looked like. Yeah. Now I didn't even give him the bottom grill, and I didn't give him those pans that hold the charcoal. They are, untouched. I mean, you don't clean those up. Why would you? So, but he did pull a fan out from underneath there and take it apart and give that a good clean. In fact, if you notice, there is no longer a gas burner in there. And I'll show you the gas burner. It is over here. He pulled that out. He said, you don't want to use a gas burner. And the only thing that they do is they stop you from being able to close that bottom fan. So you can't regulate your temperatures and, all of that kind of stuff. So I said, pull it out. So I did. He did. And there you go. So that looks great. Let's grab this grill. Now, he was actually sending me photos throughout the week as he was going. And he sent me a photo. I'll put it up. And it was how it looked, and I said, mate, that looks amazing. Is that the original grill? And he said, no, I actually changed the grill. He said, it doesn't look too much different. I just thought you might want this one rather than the original one. And I said, yeah, I'll just take whatever you want. But when he dropped it off, he brought my original grill with him, and he said, mate, you just choose. And I didn't think there was that much difference, so I chose this grill, the original grill. So I just end up putting the original grill back on. I like to keep things original if I can. But yeah, he's soaked and bathed this in vinegar for I think 4 days, 3 or 4 days, and it came up great. And then he's just kind of, you know, coated it with some cooking oil, and I'll definitely be able to cook on that now. So there you go. So that's the plan. I'm going to cook something. I think I'm going to go out now and buy some meat. You know, I wasn't going to do a video of me cooking on it, but what do you think? Maybe we will. I don't know. I don't really plan my videos too much in advance. We'll see. I think I probably will. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's what this channel's about. Didn't want to do it basically because I've never cooked on one of these before, and it'll probably turn out looking shit, which is okay, I guess, because all my repairs and, you know, trying to figure stuff out on this channel, it's all kind of off cuff, isn't it? So, and learning something new. So let's stick with that theme. Let's actually make a video of me cooking on it. Well, it's not going to be too much footage. I'll just show you a few minutes of stuff that I'm cooking and see what you think. The best part about this is I'm going to do a long slow. That's what he calls it, a long slow cook. It's going to be a 10-hour cook. He sent me a photo, and that just made my mouth water. It was called brisket. So I am going to go and see if I can buy some of that and make what he sent me, basically. I'm also going to go to Bunnings and pick up some charcoal. I'm not going to use heat beads, I'm using charcoal. He reckons that's slightly better. You get some better flavours. Oh, and talking about flavours, he also said you can smoke with this thing. You can throw in some timber. I said like the chips that you get, the smoking chips from Bunnings that I put in my, you know, pizza oven. And he said, oh, you can use those, but he said you're better off actually just pulling a branch off a tree. He said ironbark's good, or he said macadamia is good. And I got excited because I've got a macadamia tree. It's up in my front yard, in front of my pond. So I said, well, I've got one. And he said, just pull a branch off that. And I was like, okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to stick some macadamia in here as well. And we'll do a 10-hour cook. I'll start that tomorrow morning. And the best part about doing such a long cook is you get to work with all these beautiful aromas. Now, this week I have spent all week, I'm not going to show you too much, I'll just show you this from a distance here. This here, inside there, is where I keep all my washing machine parts and dryer parts. But this week I went through and I've been throwing out hundreds and hundreds of washing machine parts. We're talking computers, heaps of computers, hundreds of computers, interfaces, you name it, door seals. And at the moment I'm about to kind of, I may even do it tomorrow, go through all of these washing machine drainage hoses. And that's the other thing, just the hoses that you attach up. I threw out hundreds of those. So I'll be working out here tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be working with some pretty nice smells. And so that's an awesome thing. But I'm making a video of me doing this. It sounds ridiculous doing a cleaning video, but I think it's going to be interesting to some people to kind of see all of this stuff in a big pile. I've been going to the dump all week, dumping it off. But like I keep saying in my videos, I'm over top-load washing machines. I've kept a bit of it. There's no excuse for me needing to keep all of these hoses. I mean, that's just nuts. But we're getting off track. That's it. So leave it with me, guys. I'm going to go shopping, and in the next scene, hopefully you'll see me lighting this thing up and cooking with it. This is what we want. I think this is what we want. Morning, people. It's pretty early. I figured I'd better get this started if I want this to be finished in 10 hours. I have some instructions. This is part of it from a mate. I have a feeling he might pop around at lunchtime, check up on me. Awesome. Just go and get a razor blade. I don't even know what this stuff looks like. Oh wow, that's awesome. It actually looks like, it's actually timber. Wow, look at that. Can you see this? It actually looks like wood. It is wood, it's got to be wood. Wow, that's amazing. Charcoal. Oh, I'm thinking of coal, but it's charcoal, so it's, wow, that's awesome. Okay. Gee, you're not going to fit many pieces in here. Oh, I think he told me I have to smash it up. Is that what he said? And I just started off with some small pieces. Now my mate said all he does is gets a paper towel, dips it in oil, I think he said, and just lays it in there. But for the first one, I think I'm just going to go with some fire starters or fire lighters. Maybe 2 of those. And I picked up a drip pan yesterday. All right, here we go. I'll show you what we've got happening here. Just pull that off. You can see we've got our pan full of charcoal, we've got our drip tray, got some alfoil to kind of catch any other surplus drips, I guess. And it's as easy as that. So I'm going to go and call my mate. Well, I'm not going to call him, I'm going to text him just to make sure that it's okay to light this now. I think if anything I'm probably behind schedule, even though it's pretty early. It's a 10-hour cook that I'm going for. But yeah, that's going to be interesting because my phone is in my gimbal. So my gimbal works. I figured it out last night. I thought it was busted because as soon as I broke my phone, I pulled it out of my gimbal, and when I went to test the gimbal, it didn't have a phone in there and it didn't have the weight, so it was just going crazy. So I thought it was busted, but yeah, it seems to work okay. Although I probably will replace it because I have dropped it about 3 times and it doesn't take much of an angle before it goes all floppy. But there you go. I'm just going to go and just see what my mate thinks, and I'll probably light this. This is a bit silly actually. I'm actually lighting this with the paper towel trick that he told me about. I should have just done that in the beginning. There we go. And sorry about the darkness in here. Like, I had planned to actually cook outside here on the deck, but as you can see on my deck, there is a lot of bird shit. And seriously, if you have a look at this massive tree here, these birds, they're just crows. They live in this tree and they just shit all over this deck. The last thing they've already shat on my on the Weber, on the lid, and I was pretty pissed off about that. Had to wipe that down, and I thought, there's no way I'm going to be opening this lid and have a big bird turd land on it. So I think in here is probably going to be safest for the time being, until I can put a shade over the top of my bottom deck again, because that's what I plan on doing. The thing is, I actually have one, but I had to take it off because I'm doing that maintenance to the cladding. So, wow, that's nice. It crackles. It sounds awesome. But yeah, and the other thing is, doing it in here, there's less wind, less breeze. I think that probably will help us. All right. Now the thing is, I don't know, am I supposed to actually close the lid while this is on fire like this? I don't know. Is that going to burn the lid? I have a feeling these flames only last while the heat bead lasts, but I'm only used to using heat beads, so I don't know. I don't know what this coal charcoal's like. Well, this is my meat. All he said to do was to just put salt on it. Hopefully that's not too much. And pepper. I don't even know how to use this pepper thing. Does this come off? How does this pepper work? Oh, hang on. Oh, there we go. I'm not much of a cooker, to be honest. I know how to cook a curry. That's about it. I know how to cook a bunch of curries, but I've never really cooked meat like this before, so it's kind of a bit of an experience for me. Alright, so It should be right, just like that. I'd actually just let this sit and put the lid on here. The fire's died down. I think it's okay to put this lid on. Just give it a few more minutes. One thing I'll tell you, I really like the sound of this charcoal. It sounds like a campfire. Okay, so I put some water in the bottom of that pan. He told me to put water in there, that makes sense. And I think it's probably fine to put the lid on now, so I'm just going to chuck this lid on. I'm not sure what that vent has to be set to. I have a feeling maybe close it. I think I'll just text my mate. We've probably sent each other about 100 texts in the last half an hour. It's hilarious. Alright, so I'll get back to you. Okay, let's go get us some macadamia branches. So that's my tree over there, in front of my pond. Sticky over there. And I've picked this up off the ground yesterday. I don't know if you can see that. I can't even see the viewer. It's too much glare. Yeah, I just picked it off the ground. See if it works. Yep, it works. I think that should be okay. Alright, I'll sort that out later. Okay, update time. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I closed these barn door gate things because it was a bit breezy out. But I set up a light here to show you. Let's have a quick look. It's looking pretty nice. Still a bit tough, but my mate reckons it's virtually almost time that I get this thing and I wrap it up in, I think he said, baker's paper, the stuff that I use in the oven. And he said wrap it up tightly and just leave it for another 2 to 4 hours, and that's when it'll soften and we'll get some nice juices happening. So cool. All right, well, I'm going to do that and I'll show you the final result, I guess. Man, it doesn't fit. Pretty sure I'm doing this wrong. Alright, it's better than nothing. Wish me luck. Well, we're finished. We're all done. I thought I'd give you a quick look before I start digging in. But it looks awesome. It turned out so great. I don't even know if you can see that or if it's too dark. Listen, I've got a torch here. If I turn that on, it might actually blow this picture out. Oh, listen, I'll have to do it because I don't think you can see it. There you go. And I think it turned out great. I mean, it's juicy, it's tender, and seriously, I had my doubts. I really didn't think it was going to come good, but I can't remember how long it was cooking, probably 8 hours or so, and I let it rest in that baking paper for the last hour, and it's got all, you know, juicy and looks amazing. So I've got my roast potatoes, they're all done, and a bit of gravy, so I'm about to hoe into it. So yeah, there you go. Hey, what do you think of my splashback lights here? I actually made this, you know, what is it? The bathroom tiles, not tiles, the bathroom glass bricks that you can get. Well, I scored a bunch of them at the dump and I cut the faces off, and I put some LED lights behind there as well as some other stuff to give it a bit of a textured look. But I think I'll make a video on that at some stage. But that's not what this video is about. This is what it's about, and I'm getting hungry. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.